Well, at the beginning of the 20th century, two main works, the first one by Ferdinand de Saussure, the Cours de Linguistique Générale, in 1916, and later in 1933, the book titled Language by Leonard Bloomfield, proposed a very important change of perspective in the study of language. Until now, using the perspective of language as a classification and evolutionary approach, the study was, in some sense, was collapsed. There was no any new interesting research in the field, because all that could be done was how to study a specific phenomenon in different languages and how to classify them using this criteria. This approach is closely connected with the idea of language as a chemical phenomenon, in the sense that there should be it should be possible to describe different layers in the study of language. So beginning with the first layer as the sounds, it should be possible to describe these sounds as the initial atoms for all languages, and these atoms, the sound, should be combined to create words. And the linguistics concentrated on the study of these atoms in all the languages. In fact, this line of research has obtained until 200 different sounds in all languages, and each language instantiates specific sounds. In this case, there is also, in this paradigm, there is also a strong influence of the behaviorism model that was dominant in this stage, in this part of history in psychology. In this case, just at the beginning of the 20th century, psychology was struggling in order to obtain a more scientific status in comparison with what should be called a psychiatry until that time. And the behaviorism paradigm focused on the external behavior of humans in order to study the human capabilities. So this change of perspective also can be reflected in the study of linguistics as a structural model. In this case, this implies that the correct objects of a study must be observable bodies of language behavior, and this is quite important. This notion of observable components for the study of language. For instance, I have pointed out previously, language was organized or structured in a set of levels or layers, beginning from the notion of phoneme as the initial atoms for sounds. Built on phonemes, there appears words as molecules. Following that metaphor of language as a chemical construction, morphemes are meaning elements that are built over words, and so on. Well, this has been one of the most creative perspectives in the study of language, and in fact, I think this point of view facilitated the next step, in which the next step, which began by the very important publication in 1957 of the book Syntactic Structure by Noam Chomsky. This was just the notes of the first course in syntactic theory that Noam Chomsky gave in Harvard the year before. And in this work, Chomsky rejects the empirical methodology of structural linguistics directly, but in fact it uses the framework of structural linguistics to shift the focus of analysis from just observable behavior to the intuition of native speakers about their language. I mean, the goal of Chomsky was from change the point of the focus for the study of language from the external and observable things that build the language toward what should what these observable things implies in the mind of the speaker of the language. So, in order, if we have to attribute the speaker intention during the use of language, we have to suppose that there's something in the mind of the speaker that facilitates the language. In this case, utterances do not simply appear in nature, but rather are the result of mental capabilities of the speaker. This change of perspective is also parallel with a change of perspective in, for instance, anthropology, or the works by Lévi-Strauss, for instance, is parallel to this change of perspective from behaviorism to an analysis of behavior as a result of human intention, desires, and beliefs. In this case, beginning with this seminal work by Noam Chomsky, the study of language, linguistics, is not just the set of observable sentences, but the underlying faculty that enables the speaker to create and understand the language. So, this change of perspective at the end analyzes the language as a kind of mathematical model based on the mental ability to create and demonstrate some reasoning. So language is the result of the reasoning of the mind, in some sense. In this model, there appear two main notions which Chomsky used to describe the capabilities of competent user of a language, as it is called in the book. The first notion is that of performance. Performance describes the processes that actually determine what a speaker will say or how an utterance will be understood in a particular context. It's an abstract notion also. And related to that notion of performance, the notion of competence concentrate on the abstract characterization of a speaker's knowledge of the language. These notions allow Chomsky to organize the language as a mathematical framework. And this mathematical framework is closely connected with the notion of proof in mathematics. In fact, in some sense, the correctness of a sentence should be mathematically demonstrated. So, generative linguistics is the field that appears using this perspective, views language as a mathematical object and build theories that are like set of axioms and inference rules. In this case, a language can be mathematically well defined using initial set of axioms about the language and a set of inference rules that specify for that language the set of well being created sentences in that language. So there is a mathematical machine in some sense that enable the linguistics to describe the language, but also this model is the facilitator for the next stage in the study of language. In fact, this set of models are not completely they're not actually, these different perspectives coexist in the study of language.